What's going on, everybody? Back at it again with a Sunday Fun Day talk show. We got the usual suspects here, and then we got some first timers, and we're gonna be talking about some Donny Cates. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the panel, and let's get started. What's going on, Bixby? So where is it?
What's up? What's going on? How's everybody doing?
What's going on?
What's up, big boy? Woo-woo.
I was like, is anybody else going to say anything?
I was muted, man. It's a
I know, it's
conspiracy.
okay. I was expecting the host to do so. It's okay. Man, I am
The hostess with the mostest.
That's right. I'm excited about today's talk show. I truly did enjoy this crossover quite a bit, although it seemed short.
I'm waiting for 6.
Yes. 6. I foresee 6. The shattering. You know what I mean?
This is the end of Kids Love Chains.
I
So,
think it's gonna be good.
so with that being said, appreciate you, J1, as always. We
thanks for having me.
We got the bum of all bums. I'm gonna introduce him next. What's going on, KM?
How's it going, guys? Wanted to say what's up and get ready started for the King in Black conclusion. I know some people were a little upset and they were crying about a little parts in the story that they felt was. We'll get into it and see how everybody feels about the conclusion.
I just want to go from how did everybody start with crossover and you jumped to King in Black?
Because I already know what we're going to talk about crossover. I'm not worried about number 5. I'm going into number 6.
Yeah.
J1 can try to dissect number 5. I'm still going to go against him right now. Anything he says, I got this. Look, Jay, I got this. That's why I ain't even mentioning number 5.
See,
I got
it already looks like we're gonna go off the rails with this one.
let me handle J1 real quick.
KM's on his high horse, so we're gonna go ahead and move on over to Spooky. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you coming out.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Man.
Yeah, I actually just read these books too, right when you guys asked me to be on. So I was like, oh, awesome! I just finished it.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to get your insight and see what you think about crossover so far, and what you think that's going to come in the future. Because apparently, there's more to come.
Oh, most definitely. I think it's definitely starting to get better. I think all of us kind of braved those first early issues, so now it feels like the story's starting to pick up a little bit.
Yes, sir. All right. With that being said, we got Cat 60. What's up, brother?
What's happening, man? So I guess I could talk a little bit about crossover 5. King in Black, I got nothing.
Man.
Same here.
I guess I'll just erase some shit off of books and maybe start a press or two.
All right.
So you guys can talk all about King in Black.
Wait, you didn't read any tie-ins to King in Black, no Venom, nothing?
No.
Oh my God. Missing out.
Look,
anywho, before we go off the...
Here's my deal. I don't want any connection to this stuff. I just buy it and sell it.
Oh, man. So, I have about 4 slots left. Anyone else that wants to come in is free to come in. I know that we were gonna open the StreamYard for anyone that wanted to join us. I'm gonna go and introduce our last panel member for the meanwhile. The collector did.
You're muted.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Thank you for having me again. And I'm kind of on the same boat as Cat 60. I haven't read any of the tie-ins for King and Black or crossover, but I'm here to talk comics, spec, show off some books, and just interact with you guys. And thank you for having me again. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. So let's get into it. I'll go and let J1 start since Cam's on a good one. We'll let him calm down.
Okay, so I loved 5 comparatively, but there were some things about it I didn't love. But unlike 1 through 4, right? They kept precursoring us with little Easter eggs of stuff that could happen, and then we'd look and we'd go like, oh, okay, never mind. It's not really who we thought it was, or it's not this, or it's not that. In 4, we saw them operating on superheroes and piecing them together, and supervillains for that matter, right? And he's like, and we're gonna unleash hell. And I was like, oh my God, they're really gonna do it. And then you get to the end of this one, and what do you got? A freaking army, and they call them amalgams, which is a good name for them, right? But an army of amalgams. All these pieced together superheroes. Now, I was just telling Kat and them before we started, right? I don't like seeing this. And here's my only reason why. If they pieced these characters together, that means that these characters, they're real characters, they can't be in the show. They can't be in the book now because they've already been cut up, chopped up, and turned into freaking zombie monsters that, are under the government's control. So that was like super disheartening, right? So now we know for 100%, there ain't no way. Like Wolverine, not going to be there. The Thing, not going to be there. Freaking all sorts of these characters that, like, I had hopes would make it in.
Whose claw is it that the first one there, the chick, whose claw is that?
Oh, I don't have a clue. I really don't. But I don't know.
I mean,
hey, that's Gamora's head, right?
It almost looks like Captain America's there.
Right?
Is that Gamora? The face?
I mean, it could be. It's a definite possibility. And this really, I hope to God that's not supposed to be, who.
Superman?
Yeah.
Like RoboCop.
Well, it sure as shit looks like him. I mean, it looks like his.
It looks like it could be a hunk of him, right? But there's no way that knife could do that to Superman. I don't care who it is.
That ain't suit. That's
exactly.
Not suit.
Here it comes.
Yeah, but also remember in the story, when they cross over, they start losing their powers.
True. But yeah, that right there, 100%, dude. That looks like that's part of Captain America there,
right in the middle.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's like so disheartening. Like this one here.
No, it's not, and I'll explain later.
It's like Iron Man flying in.
Yeah, and that dude's real. He's holding not Mjolnir, but what weapon does Beta Ray Bill wield?
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker. That looks like he's got Stormbreaker right there. So I mean, that's the downside. A little bit of a downside there. But when you get to the end of like when Elle took freaking Valifax, and Valifax is like, okay, I accept you. I don't care who you are. That should have excited you beyond belief. Because Valifax is a freaking the sword of all swords, the king of all swords, every cutting edge blade there ever is, he is. And he can only grant power to those he deems worthy. But he deemed Elle worthy. That to me, I'm like, oh my God, shit's going to get real. I mean, you can't deny it. And then
overall, it's an enjoyable story, though, right? You enjoyed the heck out of it.
Oh, yeah. I've enjoyed the whole story.
That's good.
Yeah, I did too. I like the whole story. I think the whole story's awesome. I just, there's just a big potential for letdown.
Well, we kind of knew that these characters weren't going to make it in, due to copyright. But I mean, it's still, like you guys said, it's an enjoyable story, and Donny Cates is an amazing writer. These guys are, like Tinian, creating these badass stories. So I mean, that's what we got to.
Are you trying to sell books, man?
Nah, just showing some stuff off and showing your guys' dope ass homage to Tron.
Thank you. Spooky. Let me get your input on this before I go, brother. What you feel?
No, I thought it was dope. Like I said, the story's definitely getting better. Like, you kind of figure with most of these books, right? It takes like a issue or two just to kind of get that story laid out. But like once it gets going, like I've been happy with it, especially this last issue 5. The way even the way the art's being presented too, it's definitely opened up a lot more than that first issue. Look at that smile over there, collector's den. Yeah, it's definitely a dope book though. I'm definitely getting into it. As far as the disappointment though, I think with a lot of things, right? Like a lot of people online will be hyping up a lot of stuff, expecting this or that, but in reality, right? Like we don't know where this is going, so I'm kind of just going along for the ride. So I haven't been disappointed yet.
I think the best was all the speculation on WandaVision. Holy Jesus!
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
There was a lot.
Yeah, and then I think that kind of relates to books too, right? Like everybody's speculating on what's going to happen in the next issue or in the next 5 issues, right? So I'm not surprised, but I mean, you can't let that take over what you expect out of these books these days.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of going forward is that White Vision's going to reappear in some show.
Well, don't tell me that. I don't have any of those books anymore, man.
Oh, no, you're good. You sold them at the right time. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. You got rid of them right at the moment. What do you think, Collector, for crossover? What's your point of view on this whole story so far? If they're coming with the merger or not, or where are you at?
Well, it's kind
of...
Your audio's gone.
You're muted, son.
He's not muted, though.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
You know what? I'm a big letdown today. I haven't kept up with the story. I apologize. But I mean, I don't know. I'm in Cat's 60s shoes right now. So you guys will.
Wait, I thought you said you were in Cat's shoes and King and Black. So you didn't read both King and Black or crossover?
No, I haven't. Man.
I mean, at least I read crossover.
Yeah, I know. But
You
guys
gotta
are,
give this man a boo this man video.
but you guys are gonna enlighten us with this.
There you go.
Oh man,
there it is. So J1, that's it. That's all. That's all. That's all you're throwing at me. That's it. That's as much as you got.
Oh no, dude. There's a whole lot more to talk about it.
Okay,
But,
well, no, that's what I was going to hit at your point, brother. Let's go at your point. Just where you well,
my hype or my letdown?
I'm gonna go with your letdown. AM, go on the website and pull out the book and go where he's talking about the image with the characters being split up. I mean, even if we're talking about that, right? Let's just say for sake that we're all saying that that's where it's leading to, right? The government has to chop up the heroes and the villains to come up with a contraction to keep it going, right? Because in a way, you got to mind control them, right? You got to mind control them to go against heroes that are still being uncaptured and are still trying to save some of the captured heroes. Now, I'm going to get at the end when you said about them blowing up a couple jail cells. Now, here's what I'm going to get at with you, brother. Now, so if they chopped them off, right, to connect them, right, they have to be whole at one point, right?
So are you thinking maybe a flashback?
No. Well, you're right. I'm saying going forward, the Thing and all the characters that are in this picture are not going to be in the future story going forward. But that's part because they were already captured, unfortunately, and they were the ones that were chopped off. Unfortunately, it's what happened to them, exactly like on the last issue. Yep. Now,
that's scary.
Okay. That Combo Man, his first appearance, brother?
Mm-hmm.
It's in the mid 90s, 94, 96, his first appearance in an issue. I think he has his whole issue, right? Combo Man #1.
Yeah.
So he's already in the story, right? I think that's where supposedly he's gonna be the first one that they combined. I think he's one of the first ones. I think that's why we got that image. I might be wrong. Maybe it was previous. But what I'm saying is, you know how you were talking about those jail cells that were blown up at the end? I think right there are the whole villains and the whole heroes.
Yes.
Stuck in there together. And that's why we didn't get to see the whole image, because it's going to happen, I'm thinking, in issue 6 or 7 when we're going to get the Big Bang. Now, we're all understanding that in issue 7, what's the gentleman's name? Sorry. What's the gentleman's name, AM?
Which one?
Yeah, which one?
That's writing issue number 7?
Chip Zdarsky?
Chip Zdarsky.
Okay, so we already know that he's going to write issue number 7. When I looked up his history, he has worked on previous Marvel stuff before, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, he doesn't have I wouldn't call it a weak portfolio. I mean, he's done some good stuff.
And he's done some stuff with Spider-Man, so he's a big boy. That's one of the hands that we saw there with Spider-Man's hand in the chopped up thing. And then we know that supposedly they're playing kind of fun that Cates is missing. You know how they played in the book at the beginning that writers were being captured and kidnapped. The comic book writers. I think this was led for us to go back and forth, man. I think it was led for us to buy the hype, then go down that there is no hype, that we were just bamboozled. And I think then we're going to get something in issue 6 or 7. I still believe it, because the more I read into it, even when I reread issues 2 and 3 and 4, when the little girl refers to Doctor Strange, look at the way they're writing the story, dude. They're naming real names, but she named Strange, and he was, what's his name? I forget his name. Black with a Q.
Yeah, I know. And here's the thing, man. I still don't think that was what I don't think that's who she really talked to.
Me neither, because even when she said that Superman saved her and Matt and sorry, I had my daughter come out. Even we all came out and she was saved supposedly by the other character. She never confirmed that. Oh yeah, you saved me and came and this and that. If you like read in between the lines, kind of like she is keeping quiet, and then at the end, she's the one that's trying to like save everyone at the end, but she's actually attacking the soldiers and gonna put down the planes. And that's when we get that young man. We all know that our boy has the one bullet to stop the heroes, and he has that one gun, right? That's good. That has that one bullet. Now, that's my question, Jay. In the cover, we see everybody walking out. So I don't think he shoots her.
No.
But who do you think he shoots then?
Yeah, but does that bullet, is that bullet to kill, or is it to stop their powers?
I think it's to neutralize, but I think it can be a kill shot if you hit him in the head or something, or like on a kill spot. I'm not sure. That's just me thinking out loud. But you're right, 60. I was thinking that it was just to neutralize the power of the hero or the villain.
Oh, I think it's the straight on money shot, dude. Freaking drop them in their tracks.
Right? Either or. But that's what I'm saying. So, guys, not going off of what I was telling you, but what do you think, Jay? Do you think that this is still like 100% going to be chop over? Because it's not going to be crossover. By then, you're going to just call it top over. You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
You know?
I think we're going to start seeing Image. I think we're going to continue to see more Image superheroes, and then, as they put it, amalgams, right? The real looking superheroes pieced together, right? But then I think we're going to continue seeing like shadows or, characters in the far distance, so you can't quite clearly make them out or whatever, to keep leading on that these superheroes are going to, be around or be there. But I think it's going to continue just being Image. I do. But even if it stays that way, I don't care. There's a lot of good characters in Image, and I'm looking forward to the story either way.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not putting it down. I mean, again, I wish that they, like they said, Superman. Possibly that's Superman getting his head cut off. I don't know about these amalgams, but I'm pretty sure that they've already introduced some characters. I mean, they introduced the Paybacks. It looks almost like they've kind of shown Spawn, shown Batman, shown Wonder Woman. These are characters. You don't physically see them in whole. You may see silhouettes of them, but damn sure see them in cells. I mean, you can't mistake Spawn with his cape and the chains, and definitely Batman's, shadow of him, you would know what that is. The same thing, Wonder Woman with the lasso or whatever. I mean, you just know these characters. So I think they've kind of actually shown them kind of a cheap way out, where they show them but not really, so they probably can go around the little, intellectual property issues, but I don't know, man. I'm not putting the book down. I think it's good.
Oh, yeah. I'll keep buying it. I guarantee you that.
And then, in my point right here, I'll just go out on a limb, and I'm going to say we're going to get an appearance of Superman. I do feel we're going to get an appearance of Doctor Strange. I feel we are going to get the real appearance of this character's name. His name.
Steve?
No, I was thinking of Scooby-Doo. I know we're gonna get. I have an idea. I know we're gonna get Scooby-Doo. I have an idea we're gonna get Scooby Doo. All right, and then there's a couple other characters, but I don't want to burn it.
We saw the Tick already.
You know what I'm saying? So we 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 should be able to get most of these characters in the story. I feel we are going to get them with the full blown picture and how they look. Like I still have a feeling that this is part of the play because it's not a 4 issue miniseries. Because
Well,
if it
I'll tell
was,
you what, DC could probably use the money, so I think we got a good likelihood of seeing some DC characters. But I don't know about Marvel.
I have a feeling we're gonna get the Marvel. We're gonna get the Marvel. I have a feeling we're gonna get Ghost. What's his name? The Cosmic Ghost Rider. There you go. That's what I was looking for. I have a feeling we're gonna get a couple of Donny Cates characters that he's been working with, and that's who he's going to cross over. And I feel that the people that are showing up to write with him are the people that are gonna bring the other characters in. Kind of like how Meta was saying,
Like they'll bring the properties they've been writing on.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That's why I'm having a feeling like that's how it's gonna work. And then once it's done, you're gonna have Cage bring it back all in all together. I do have I don't think this is all a sham. I don't think this was a money grab. I was listening to what's his name? Comics Explain, and I like to listen to a lot of his videos when I read stories myself. I read them and then I'll go back and listen to how he explains it, see if I missed anything or if I looked at it a different way, look at it through a different reader's perspective, and he always comes out with content. So one of the things that I heard him say about Marvel is when they get a writer, they give them a couple baby stories and a couple baby characters to see what they're all about. You know what I'm saying? So come on, guys. You give like that's what they're doing with the guy right now that is working on, I forget the title, but they just brought him in. He's working on that Beta Ray Bill story. The one he's the guy from DC. And he did I mean he's not from DC, but he did that DC Wonder Woman Black Label, and now he's doing the Beta Ray Bill. I forget the gentleman's name. But Marvel does that. They'll throw you like a Beta Ray Bill. They'll throw you they've done that already with Gates, bro. They've given him the low characters to see what he can do with them. And we talk about the Cosmic Ghost Rider. We talk about the Silver Surfer Black. Talk about that. And they gave him Venom. That's not a big hitter book, guys, and he made that into a big hitter book. What Comics Explained was saying is when Marvel is ready to bring you on board, they give you a Fantastic Four, they give you an Iron Man, they give you something for you to Thor for you exactly, and they just gave him Thor, and he's about to write Spider-Man. Those are big titles for Marvel, guys. So I don't think
he's
going nowhere.
He's already written an Iron Man.
But I'm saying parts. I'm saying give him the run. I'm saying parts. What they'll do is they'll give you a part here and an entry there. I'm saying giving you the whole run. Like here you go. This is you. Go with it. Like what they do with what's his name that's doing X-Men right now. I forget. Hickman. There we go. Jonathan Hickman. Don't let him work and rewrite whatever he wants to do on X-Men right now because he just kills it. Everywhere, whatever he touches, they give him Avengers. He came with all new different, all whatever he wanted to do. He kills it. So like, I feel like the guy that comes in, you know what I'm saying, and they give him the title. Like I feel like maybe we'll see because they gave him Thor, right? And right now, I don't know how long he's going to write Thor, but we know he's going to get Spider-Man. So I don't think he's going nowhere. I think Marvel's pretty happy with what they have in him as a writer. So that's when I feel, Jay, that I think that if this was his thing to cross it over and use actual characters, maybe we might get it because I don't think he was actually playing with what he was doing. But I might be wrong. But I'm saying for a guy to work so hard and then just not then deliver at the end, I don't know.
I know. I get it. I could see it happening, but at the same time, I could see it not as well. You know, I mean, it all depends. It's going to depend on the money. I mean, when it comes right down to it, it's all about the money. And I don't mean Donny Cates' money. I mean Image, Marvel, and DC's money.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think the pandemic kind of like messed them up, all three of them, in a sense. Not to a point where they had to shut down the whole company. But come on, guys, we all heard about this. We heard DC laying off writers. We heard Marvel getting rid of things. You know what I'm saying? We heard people, you know, what happened with Dark Horse, man, losing editors and aliens. I mean,
well, they didn't really lose it. They sold it.
Well, they sold it, but you know, they needed the money. People needed the money. Yeah, I'm just saying that I think that this is a way for them. You're right. It's a good way for everybody to get a little bit of some money into their pockets and get a little back. But it would open up the doors. No, I think it's going to be a one-time thing, or I don't think it's going to open up the doors in the sense that it's going to happen all the time. I think it's a one-time big event. I think that, like you said, these are different kind of like weird times right now where, you know what I'm saying, people are doing different things. And some companies, instead of having them all fall, maybe they're sticking together to do one big story and they got behind a couple good writers. Because if I looked at it, if it was just a money grab, it would have been Cates only. But I see other writers coming in, and then you're seeing that Scott Snyder's supposed to be in this title. So it's people coming together. So I feel like maybe, and I think it was done at this on purpose for us to go back and forth that it wasn't, it was, it's not, it is. I think it's.
Well, here's two things that I do know for sure. If they do actually bring in true to heart Marvel and DC characters into this book, I only see it being for like a few episodes or a few issues. The longest running Marvel DC crossover was 4 issues ever.
So you'll think that will turn into a 4-issue series?
Now, well, I mean, I could see them doing like maybe towards the end of the series, right? Maybe the last handful of books in the run. I could see them doing that to finish it out with a big blowout kind of deal. But I don't know. I'm still hopeful. Don't get me wrong.
Guys, you guys, anybody want to ask something or to the combo? I don't want to take everybody's time.
Oh, no worries. I think I'm probably like J1 in this one. I'm like cautiously optimistic on how they're going to handle these characters being brought in, right? It's probably not going to be like for the entire run or like what's left of the run. It's probably going to be like, right, like an issue or two, probably. Like that's what I could hope for, but it's just being hopeful at that point.
And I say that, Spooky, because you know they have to. They're going to have to dole out money, and not small amounts. I mean, they're going to have to dole out some serious do-re-mi to get rights to just do them for a temporary basis. I mean, without that, Marvel or DC is, you know, they're big enough that they could dang near sue for the company for proprietary rights. And there's no way Image would do it without authorization.
Yeah, most of it. I think just because of COVID, though, especially, and I guess maybe just this past like year in general, I think if there was a time, right, for them to even consider it, it somehow lined up for this.
Oh yeah,
to do it, yeah.
Because DC stock's down, Marvel stock's down, even with all the new Marvel like little Disney Plus shows and everything, and even with like the Snyder cut and everything. You got to think of all the money that those things could have generated had they been in theaters. I mean, Marvel makes more money on the movies than they could even imagine with the comics. I mean, when it comes right down to it.
Yeah, between the shows and movies, yeah, they don't need the comics, sadly, now.
No, they really don't. Now, they'll keep making the comics because they got to keep us going. But no matter how you look at it, the true money is in the movies. So proprietary rights are like the most important thing. Like, I mean, so all of Sony's intellectual properties, they just gave all of their contracts to all their shows, all their movies. Spider-Man. Not Spider-Man. Oh hell. Anyways, Netflix got all of them. All the Marvel properties that Sony owns, now Netflix has the rights to do the shows and or movies, which could be good, could be bad. I don't know. Depends on how much budget and how much money they put into making them, and because low budget's one thing, but movies like these, they need lots of CG, lots of freaking, lots of expensive stuff. Explosions don't look like real explosions unless you put a lot of time and effort and money into it. So I'm excited. What do you think, Mike?
I'm actually on J1's side on this one. Sorry, Cam.
No, you're good. I mean, I'm not saying that Jay's wrong and that it's slowly gonna trickle. I'm saying we're gonna get the effect. I'm saying that it's gonna happen in a sense where we get the actual characters.
Absolutely, Kevin.
The only reason I have to disagree a little bit with what you're saying about the movies is writers can also pick up the slack. And here's why I say this. Your boy Donny, since we've been talking about that, has been a perfect example of a guy who writes people from the past and
brings them back.
His homework. Reads a little bit. We said this right now just a moment ago, man. People don't sit down and read a good story anymore. And Cates has done his work. He brings back characters from the past. And I'm not saying just him, other writers do it too, but he's been doing it on a regular, guys, on a regular, because I'll just get it. This is why I'm saying that, okay, who's heard of Captain Universe, right? We all have.
Absolutely.
But does anybody know his origin or anything like that, or where he comes from? Anybody?
Yeah, I do. His first appearance is in Micronauts #8.
You just found that out because
even though the thing is, when you're a collector or whatever, even if you don't read all the stories, you just know. You know what I mean? You know about it.
No, you just got your key collector.
I don't even have key collector, dude. Even just by looking at the covers, you already know like what's going on, and that's just how it is, man. I mean, if when you've been collecting for a while and you see these books and you just already know. I mean, I'm sorry, I apologize. I didn't read the crossover, the last issues. But
did you read before?
I know about, you just know about origins of superheroes and, because I bought that first appearance of Captain Universe, that Micronauts #8. And when I had it, I thought I was going to gain value and stuff, and it didn't. I ended up trading it, and then now I heard it's picking up steam now.
Oh, you heard it picking up steam because it has been picking up steam. I just want to reiterate that you heard that.
No, but when I bought it, I thought Marvel was going to make the movie. It wasn't Marvel that's going to make the movie. I think Hasbro picked up the rights to make that movie, the Micronauts movie. So that's what happened with that, and I ended up trading it to one of my local comic shops. And
but the Micronauts are the Micronauts. That's Captain
yeah,
Universe just had to make his first appearance in that story. But
mhm.
okay, now who read King in Black issue number one?
I didn't.
No one. Spook.
Should I go get it off the shelf and read it? I'll go
Everyone
get it.
just say no.
No.
Okay. There was a part where there was this light just coming in through the story because that light came out in what's that fucking? It was like that one shot with I always forget that character's name. Anyways, I'll come back to
That's an S.
it. No, it's
No?
no, it's not Noel. It's what's his name? Damn it, that one dude with the long hair ponytail. He was wearing the he comes out of he was wearing that like that black outfit that comes out of Annihilation Conquest.
Ted Danson.
What is that one dude's name?
Wrath.
Wraith?
Wraith. There you go. In that Wraith one shot, there was that one thing of light, right? And then it said, "For every darkness, there's a light," right? So it kind of referred to Noel being the void, being the darkness, yada yada yada. When we got to King in Black number one, Noel was that darkness, right? It came in and it established itself as the void, as the darkness. When we got to King in Black number two, I mean, I think in King in Black number one, when he showed up, he fucking destroyed the sentry, ripped him in half, took out the void from him, and just fucking like commanded everything, and he just started bringing darkness, right? When the light broke through in issues 3 and 4 or whatnot, when it started to look for Eddie Brock and started yada yada yada, and it gave him the power. We found out in the last issue with it was what Captain Universe or whatever light or that power that gives Captain Universe the power. Whenever that light is that power, and I guess it would obese Venom to then because I guess he had already enhanced his powers by touching Noel, and now by merging with the light, you know what I'm saying? I guess he was able to overpower Noel, and he was able to call as soon as he bonded with the light. He was able to then call Majineer and the sword of the Silver Surfer by command, and then he bonded them together to make a new weapon. I don't know if everybody read the last issue and shit. That's what basically happened. And then he just kicked the shit out of Noel and killed them, and then took him to the sun and incinerated him and shit or whatever. And then that's practically the issue. And then that's what I'm saying. Like if you focus on what Case was doing with it, no one knew what King in Black was leading to. No one knew what the light he was talking about. And he just brought out of nowhere Captain Universe. And I like Ben said, that book is going up, 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 up. And that's because I say that's what he does. I kind of say he goes and gets old characters, uses them in this continuity, and then pushes a character forward. A character that you wouldn't even hear about, that you didn't even care, you didn't even know. Besides, I guess, collectors Dan that knew his origin and what his first issue was, because I didn't. No one else knew. I didn't know anything about the damn guy yet. So I was
back
like,
when I bought that book, I bought Eternals, I bought that, and I bought the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon on in the Hulk issue. I thought Captain Universe was gonna make a debut in the Eternals movie for some reason, but it didn't happen that way. I guess Hasbro picked up the rights and it went that way. So that's the only reason I knew about all that.
So Captain Universe killed Null.
yeah, how do you feel about that? That's what I wanted to ask. How do you guys feel about that?
I'm sorry because I haven't read the books. Right?
People were crying. So let me tell you how people were crying, because you know that he was wielding the Necro sword, right? So what do you say? How can a sword that has killed gods for Marvel's history got taken out by Eddie Brock, Venom, and Captain Universe merged as one?
Well, Captain Universe is really powerful. He's possessed. Spider-Man has been Captain Universe. A lot of people have been Captain Universe.
Yes, but even Comics Explained says he can't go Omega level style. There's limits to his power, though. Gee, there's limits to what he can do. He has the power.
I thought Null was Omega level threat.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to ask you guys. Was that an easy out, or
Yeah.
I got people saying it was a good read. I had people saying it was an easy out. That Captain Universe is nothing. I wanted to ask you guys. I really wanted to ask.
Character, actually, he's a pretty dope character. I mean,
what do you feel, Spooky? Now that I kind of ruined issue number 6 for you,
you're a buster. That's why. KM, check private chat.
So, are you trying to tell me that Captain Universe is as strong as the Sentry?
Okay, for sure. Thanks, Mike. What happened, Jake?
I said, so are you trying to tell me is Captain Universe as strong as the Sentry?
Dude, he ripped the Sentry in half. That's why I brought that up. And then the Sentry, didn't the Sentry beat World Breaker Hulk?
The Sentry is supposed to be one of the most powerful characters in the entire Marvel Universe ever.
Okay, so Noel ripped them in half, right? And took the dark side out of the Sentry out, the void, and fucking then he absorbed the darkness himself. So okay, now Noel's fucking obese as fuck, right? So how does Captain
Noel
Universe
gained so much superpower from the Sentry, right? And got stronger beyond a level, right?
Right.
I don't care how you look at it. Venom's not a strong character. Like literally, I don't care how you look at it.
Venom his powers come from Null, right? So
exactly.
Yeah, it was an easy out, more than likely.
And then, because let me give you the conclusion, right? So then, the rest of the symbiotes and start trying to follow Venom, and then Eddie flies to the sky, and they start following him, and they're speaking to him, but he can't understand them, right? So then Venom explains to him that they're talking to him in the ancient tongue, and that he can't understand them, but that he's the new King in Black. Because the Void then the Captain Universe's power then gets out of Brock and says, "No, you don't need me anymore." Yada yada yada. It takes off, and then you're now something else. He's all like, "You're something else now, so you don't need me. You just became something else." So he leaves, and then the rest of the symbiotes are like going around Venom now, and like I guess he's the new King in Black. Was that the most easy out that you think of, or what? Or we're just dissecting the book. I kind of enjoyed it. I like the battle between Noel and Eddie. I thought that shit was sick. I thought it was page for page. You got your money's worth.
I think you got your money's worth and not even reading it, but I still think it's weak sauce.
Yeah.
There you go. When I sat down at the end and I was like, wait, Captain Universe just with the power was able to rip out the blackness out of Noel. And then
I can't see that. I'm sorry, I just cannot see that. Like the Sentry is the shining light. He has the power of the sun and all that, and then some, right? He has the strength to freaking shatter an entire planet with a punch.
But that's what's my thing though. When Donny started the story, he said that for every darkness there's a light.
I thought Silver Surfer was the one that was going to
just put the Captain Universe light ahead of the Sentry light. But what happened, Collector?
I thought it was going to be Silver Surfer was going to be the one to be able to take out Null.
He uses Surfer's board though, right, to make that.
Well, he took Majineer, he took the Surfer's board, and he combined it and like made this fucking new weapon out of it, which was like a sick ass battle axe, and he just kept mopping the floor with them with Null with it.
See, I think I would have liked it. I would have been more believable if Venom merged with the Silver Surfer with the cosmic power than I am with him merging with
Captain Universe.
Captain Universe.
And go to the last go to what is it? King in Black issue 6, or is it right?
It's 5.
So, issue 5. I wanted to ask you about this Netflix thing. that Netflix is going to be producing Marvel shows?
Absolutely, sure. Movies and shows. They got all the rights that Sony had.
What the fuck? I thought they just lost the
No,
rights.
though.
So what's going on, man?
I thought Disney acquired all that back.
Nope.
Not the Sony
I thought that's why they canceled Daredevil, Iron Fist, and all that shit from Netflix.
I thought Disney acquired all that back, even Spider-Man, and that's why they were going to do all those movies.
Hold on a second. I'll tell you.
You're right. So they're doing Morbius.
What was the other online reading that we do?
I go to Read Comics Online.
You're right, J1. They're doing more. Sony's still doing Morbius and Venom.
Morbius is gonna be sick, man. I have a feeling that's
but that's not by Disney, I believe. I think that's.
You don't want Disney touching that
deal, yeah.
No, man.
Sony had Spider-Man, right? So multi-year pact with Sony Pictures Entertainment 2022 movie slate. They got. Hold on here. I'll tell you what all titles they got.
Say Venom's on there for sure.
Spider-Man's on there. Venom's on there. Morbius is on there. Oh my! There's quite a few.
So when it's and you can highlight Degenerate DNA's point that no one but Eddie could take Null out. Think about how stupid Thor or Surfer would be as the new King in Black. That's true. This wasn't an easy out. Yeah, it's true because he is writing Thor, so he didn't give the power of the King in Black to Thor. He didn't do that. I think because it was his last issues on Venom, and I think since nobody has written Venom the way he's written Venom, I think he wanted to leave Venom in a good way with some like keep him there, like, because let's think about it, guys. He's now an Avenger type player now. He's now guys, like, we really want to see probably Venom in a team somewhere. Like, we don't want to see him just out in some issue left out, in the dust, There's been a lot of Venom sale covers. People's been going bananas and crazies. How many fucking slabs haven't seen of Venom all over the place? You know what I'm saying? Signature series here and there. I think Degenerate was right on that one. I think you're leaving Venom as the new King in Black. He's now an established character in the mix. I think his job is done. And then whoever takes over gets to write Venom as a different, as a character, but he's gonna have some meat to write with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and Degenerate, I completely agree with you too, brother. I mean, honest to God, he had to do it. Venom, Eddie Brock, I mean, they had to do it. But I just don't agree with who they merged with. Like
Captain Universe, right? That was my thing. Yeah.
That's what's garbage to me.
I think he likes pulling back to old characters. That's the thing, though, guys. And I think the Sentry to him felt so easy.
Yeah, but then why didn't he pull out one of the Eternals?
Because oh yeah, you're right. The Eternals weren't in this. You're right. It was the.
I mean, he could have grabbed one of the Eternals super easy. I mean, half the Eternals aren't very powerful.
Yeah, because
some of them are like, almost world ender powerful.
Yeah, because as Noel was running away supposedly from a moment from Brock, you know what I'm saying? Noel threw a Celestial at him that was under his control, and Eddie just went and chopped his head off with one swing. And that was it, the Celestial. So that's what, like, the story kind of knocked out two big Marvel big hitters like nothing, guys. Like, it was like in a couple pages, he was just swinging that axe. That's why I wanted you to bring those images, AM, of him going ham with that axe. First, you can show him when he like merges the two together, and then how then he goes ham on Noel, then he rips it apart. So then J1 can have an image of what really happened and shit, and see if it was like weak. But yeah, you guys are right. It's because I didn't know who Captain Universe was really until I read this.
This is what I'm looking forward to. I hope they start doing Deathlock.
We're not all collector dens here.
So I agree. So Deathlock was in one of the series on Netflix.
Was he?
Yes. I can't remember what series it is.
I just watched it.
It's pretty good.
Agents of Shield.
Thank you. Like you get his origination story.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, you get all that, and it's really, dude. It's actually.
And it looks like Deathlock from the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Deathlock. I have a feeling he's gonna be making a debut in the movies.
He's already made a debut in the shows.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah,
this
dude, watch it. Shield, man, it's good.
Once Disney does this one right, Deadpool versus Wolverine. Oh man. But I don't want to sidetrack you guys.
Now go for it. This is collector specs.
Collector specs.
Yeah, this. So whoever has these, make sure hit me up. I'm looking for these.
Charge him $40-$50, guys. Don't worry, he's good.
Okay.
Near me and extra spine roll.
and the more spine ticks, the better.
You got these, Cat? You have any of these?
I got a few.
I know Tricky has.
Dude, I mean, I'm cool with selling some books and shit like that. I have a little bit of damage, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand. Yeah, there was this book I saw because I was searching up some books. This guy had the first appearance of Miles Morales. It's cool. That shit looked like it'd been through a lawnmower and back, dude. It had tears, rips, ticks, rolls.
How much?
He had it for like $300, dude. Like, it's ridiculous how some people, like, dude, like.
So I've been
just
looking,
throw that magazine away, brother, or just give it away. Like,
you know, right now Fantastic Four is a little down. You know, they've taken a big dip, and you know, because X-Men's hot, and you know, Fantastic Four's it's okay, but it's definitely taken a dip. I got lucky. I hit a claim sale this week. Actually, yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, dude. I picked up so many Silver Age freaking Fantastic Four for.
Damn. What's the oldest going back? Because I like
nice.
Like 30 something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. Fantastic Four is a dope ass series to have.
Yeah, dude. I just picked up. I mean, keys too. Keys. So I was pretty freaking stoked.
Yeah, those older issues, the way they drew the Thing and all that, it's just sick.
Yeah, they're like you know, mid grade, but they're freaking silver, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't mind mid grade silver. Mid grade silver keys are freaking awesome.
Yeah,
if you don't have them, you know, and you kind of want to have some keys, and you want silver, either save your ass up and buy one, or you know, go for the mid grade and buy a couple. You know
so I mean? This claim sale is like, what, you seen it like on OfferUp or something like that?
Nah, dude, it was on Instagram.
Oh, on Instagram. Okay, that's dope.
Yeah, dude, he pulled out like freaking 30 freaking Silver Age Fantastic Four.
Oh wow.
And for some reason, like, I was beating everybody. Like, nobody was bidding. They were starting to get mad because before they even go to type out, you know, claim whatever, you know, they probably have claim, and they start to put the letter in, and I'm already in it. They're like, fuck.
Yeah, man, I gotta get my head out my ass and start moving some books around and doing something, man, if I'm gonna be in this game, because I got a lot of stuff, dude, and it's just sitting here.
So big baby. All right, go ahead and enlarge that a little bit. J1, take a good look, right? So Noel comes in trying to tell Venom, like, nah, who the hell is you? Kind of like, you ain't doing nothing. And then, boom, Venom stops him, bro. And then that's when the ass whooping begins. But as you can see, like he's just stopping them with one hand. And then you can just proceed going down a little bit. Oh, wait, and go up to the top where he merges the weapons. Like, I'm telling you, it was a pretty beastie little story I enjoyed it. I thought it was all right. I really wasn't all upset. See, he grabbed them both. Boom, called them on site, merged them up.
So he got Thor's hammer?
Yeah, he got
and
Thor's
Surfer's
hammer
board.
and the board, and he created that.
Hell no.
So that's what really stopped Noel.
Yeah, but if you scroll up, where's the board?
Oh, it was a sword. The Silver Surfer had made his board into a sword, and he was about to go ham on Noel, but then Venom falls in front of both of Thor and Silver Surfer and says, "Nah, I got this from here," and he just takes both weapons.
All right, man. I gotta run to the store real quick. So,
All right, you gonna be there in the auction, brother, or you're?
Yeah, man. I'll be back in like 10 minutes or so.
All right, alrighty. Yeah, that was it, guys. Kind of wanted to show you that. You can scroll down and show some of the fight if you want, and that was about it.
Maybe I'll check out King in Black.
It's over.
All right. He just went chopping off of heads of dragons. I thought it was a good read, man. I really did think it was a good read. I enjoyed it. This one he fucking just chopped off the Celestial's head.
You're Donny Cato though.
Oh, you know me, man. He's the one that got me back to reading, so you can call me Bias Cam on this one.
I was gonna call you Bias Sally, but whatever makes you feel better.
Okay, go up a little bit, just a little bit.
Motherfucker, you said scroll through.
Is J1 still here? Jay, look at how easily he just takes off the power. Bah! Just rips off all the darkness off of Noel. Yeah. Boom.
Like he threw him in the trash. Savage.
Well, that's how he threw him, right? And what was
it? Yeah, guys, man, it was such a cool read to see him like that get back to him. It was kind of nice.
Shit is long.
Yeah, it was an extra longer page issue. I think 40, more than 32 pages. I think it was like in the 48. See, that's when all the symbiotes start calling out to Eddie. Sorry, guys. There's a call that came in real quick to your boy.
All right. So it looks like we got to get ready for Poser's auction.
Yes, sir. And then you see there's still a little bit of darkness left in Dylan. And if you want to keep going down a little bit more, he just rips it out.
So Dylan has no power now, right? Is that what they're establishing?
That's what I didn't get, though. Spook, good question, bro. Good fucking question. That's what I was
In
thinking.
other words, let me translate in KM's words. He didn't think about that.
Didn't. You got me on that one. I didn't. Because he was able to have contact with the hive because he had contact with Null. And even the dragons are following this dude, bro. Shit is sick. You could just call that KM's Clubhouse.
What a bum.
All
right.
Here's a question before we all dip out. Are we all going to read up to Venom issue 200? Because I am.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see where this goes, right? Because now he's got Noel's level set, right?
Yeah, he has. Well, he is the King in Black. So my does the power of that get bestowed on him?
That's what we have to find out, right?
Exactly. I think J1 left us.
Yeah, he had a message in the private chat.
Oh shit! Yeah, my bad. I didn't see the private chat.
I told you, Cam's a bum.
Wait, it's my first time on your fucking show, and I already know what's going on more than you do.
Man, Spooky, I showed you right now, brother.
Oh my god!
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Before this shit goes off the rails, I'm gonna end it here. It's not over. We still got Poser and Pals. That's gonna start in roughly about 20 minutes.
You guys gotta get ready.
But we gotta get ready. So keep your eyes open, and we'll be back next week.
Peace.